Hi guys, and welcome back to the FPL Duo. We're back again for another stream, and this is the FPL Game Week 12 deadline stream. So welcome everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Hopefully my audio isn't too bad. Different mic setup today, but hopefully you can hear me fine. But how are you doing, Jordan? Ready to go?
Yeah, all ready to go once again. It's like only been 2 days since
Yeah.
since the last deadline stream. It feels like it's definitely flown by. So yeah, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, we have a few things to discuss. Obviously, there are midweek games, and how many fixtures are there's 2 games today, isn't it? So
Yeah,
we
I
will.
think there's Wolves and Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest and Brighton tonight.
Okay. All right, that's cool. But yeah, let's talk about how we're looking for Game Week 12. Lot to transfer. We've got transfers to make. I know you've already made one, I think, but let's pull up our teams. Well, I'll pull up my team first. So yeah, as you can see, my team is currently Guaita in goal against Wolves. I'm playing a back three of Fabian Schär, Doherty, and Gurhey. And then I've got a midfield 4, because obviously Maddison is currently injured. Sorry, not injured, suspended. I've got Zaha, Salah as my captain, Barnes, and Andreas. And up front, I've got Mitrovic. And then Haaland also, who doesn't have a fixture. So I'm going to quickly change that for now. So Haaland on the bench for James. I'm going to take James out. So I am probably going to play a 4-4-1. Obviously, I'm probably going to play with 10 players. But we will come on to my transfer plans in a sec. So that is the team. And yeah, I have 2 free transfers as well. I have quite a bit of money in the bank as well. And as you guys saw yesterday in the team selection video, my current plan is to actually do James out for Trent Alexander-Arnold or Kieran Trippier. Now, that's the one I'm definitely going to make. And I could play the second one and undo Maddison to Trossard for 2 free transfers. So you'll have to wait and see what I do. But yeah, those are my plans. Welcome to everyone that has just joined the stream. Hamza and Ara. Hamza says, I've used my free hit. Can I get your thoughts on the team? Yeah, sure. Send it through. Send us your free hit team, and then we'll discuss it after we discuss our teams. And I hope you're doing well, Ara. But yeah, anyway, Jordan, that's my team. 2 free transfers. And current thinking is James to Trippier or Trent. Let's bring up your team and just talk us through what your plans are and how you're lining up for Game Week 12.
Okay, so I'll go through how my team is lined up. So we'll start off the goalkeeper, Raya, who has Chelsea home. Difficult fixture for Raya, but it'll be interesting to see what Brentford can do in that game. I'm lining up with the back 4. Well, I'll say 3 because Fofana is not going to play. But we've got Nico Williams, who's got Brighton away. Hopefully he starts in that game. Anderson, who's got Wolves at home. Pretty good fixture for Crystal Palace for a clean sheet. Trippier, who's got Everton home. Another nice fixture for Newcastle on the form they have been on. Obviously, Fofana is out injured for a long time, so he's definitely not playing against Brentford away. So he is not in my starting 11 technically, but I'm forced to use him anyway. So that's basically the defence pretty much spoken about. We'll move on to the midfield. So it's a 4-man midfield this game week 12. So we've got Trossard, who is my vice captain, and he's got Nottingham Forest at home. He's a very favourable player to bring in this game week just because of the fixture and because of the Maddison issue people are having. Zaha's got Wolves at home. Pretty good fixture for him. Andreas, Aston Villa at home. And my captain choice, Salah, who's got West Ham at home, which, not to mention, West Ham are lacking defenders at the moment. So just saying, for those who do have Salah, it is definitely worth catching him this week, just because West Ham have got so many injuries in that defensive line that they're pretty much defenseless and haven't got really a great defenders to back it in that game. So yeah, definitely Salah captain this week against West Ham. The forward line is 2 up front, so we've got Mitrovic, who's got Aston Villa at home, and Tony, who's got Chelsea at home, which could be a difficult fixture, but I kind of thought that about Brighton, but it ended up being 2-0 to Brentford, so this might surprise me again. So that is how my starting 11 is lined up. I won't talk much about my bench because obviously it's Arsenal and Man City on it, so that's pretty much nothing much to talk about there because we all know they're blanking this week. Obviously I've got Ward, who's got Leeds at home, which I'll probably keep him on the bench. I don't think I'll be playing him over Raya. So that is basically my team. You may be wondering why I have Trossard now in my team. Let me just explain that I did make an early transfer yesterday evening after we done our double stream because of Trossard was rising in price last night. So I wanted to jump on him before he rose in price at 6.9. So I did
He didn't
transfer.
rise, did he? Did he rise? I don't think he did.
Yeah, he did rise.
Oh.
I kind of missed the first rise, but I did jump on the second rise at 6.9. I think he's rising again tonight at 7 million, which is quite impressive. From starting from 6.5, he's now almost a 7 million midfielder. Is quite great. But yeah, I took out Maddison obviously just because he was dropping in price too, which is another reason why I took an early transfer to bring Trossard in as well. So with both players rising and falling, I didn't want to lose my team value in either one of those players. So yeah, that is my 1-3 transfer I used to take out Maddison and bring Trossard in for this 1 week punt against Nottingham Forest at home.
All right, fair enough. So you're playing with 10 players because Fofana is injured. So that leaves you with 3 at the back with Trippier, Anderson, and Nico. And then you've got the 4-man midfield as well.
Yeah, I'll probably say 3.5 at the back because Nico Williams may not start and just play like 15 minutes if he's on the bench.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. So you've done your free transfer. You've used, how much money do you have left in the bank now? Because obviously for next week, you have a decent amount.
I have 3 million left in the bank after that transfer. So it's quite flexible what I can do with the next move. We've taken out a player like Trossard again for an Arsenal or Man City midfielder.
Okay, cool. I'll bring back to my team, switch it. And then I'll go on the transfers page and show you what I could do this week. Now, I've got 2 free transfers, as I've mentioned, 2.9 million in the bank as well. So what I could do is James back up to Trent. And then that'll leave me with 1.7 as well. And then bring Trent in, whose ownership is now 20%, which is still pretty low. So a lot of that is probably inactive players. So yeah, Trent's fixtures for the next few look good. Obviously, there is a worry that will he start because he's just come back from injury. With Milner playing really well against Man City on the weekend. If I hear any early team news regarding Trent, obviously we're probably not going to get any, but he's one that I've looked at bringing in actually, even though I took him out last week. Or I could play it a bit more safe and then bring in Kieran Trippier and have double Newcastle defense against Everton at home, I think it is, isn't it? So, yeah, that looks good as well for Trippier, that fixture. So I could play a double Newcastle defense with Shaw and Trippier. Also, what I can do, I could also, because I have 2 free transfers, I could even play 11 players and do Maddison to Trossard and have a full 11, which I know a lot of people don't have. So I am in the luxury position to do that. So I haven't completely ruled out Trossard. I know in the team selection I was kind of against going Trossard, but the more I've thought about it, I am tempted to actually bring Trossard in because I feel like he can get something in that Nottingham Forest fixture. But yeah, I'm gonna read a few more comments out, and we will get into the rest of the stream. Hamza, Guaita, Trippier, Dunk, Shah, Trossard, Salah captain, Zaha, Mount, Firmino, Mitro, Kane. I'm assuming that's his free hit team. I mean, I have quite a few of those players. I mean, I've got Guaita. I can get Trippier in. Dunk is a good pick this week, I think. Shah, Trossard, Salah, Zaha, Mount. Firmino is interesting. I think Firmino is a good pick. Could be different. But yeah, I think the team looks fine. Would you agree, Jordan?
Yeah, obviously, I would probably be biased against having a Chelsea player.
Yeah.
Obviously Mason Mount, but it's different preference for people. But for me, I wouldn't have Chelsea in that free hit. But I understand it's your choice, Amazon, and that's perfectly fine.
Who are Chelsea playing again?
Against Brentford.
Oh, that's a good fixture. I'd go, if you're on a free hit, you've got to take a bit of a risk, I think, because a lot of these players you've mentioned on a free hit, they're quite template, you know, Trippier, Dunk even, Zaha's highly owned, Mitro as well. So I wouldn't play the free hit if I'm being honest, completely honest. I would just take a -4. I mean, if you had less than 6 players or even 5 players, let's say, then yeah, I'll take the free hit. But if you had 9, 10 players, I wouldn't do a free hit. Will Sofal play this week? I'm not sure, you know. He did play did he play the last game?
I actually don't know if he did or not.
I think he did. But then even then he's got a I mean, this game week he's got Liverpool, so either way, he's not a great. You don't really want to play him against Liverpool. I see Liverpool scoring in that game. He did play in game week 11. Sorry, he played 90 minutes. But whether he starts again, I mean, I think he should. If you've got him, he should start. But the worry is obviously it's Liverpool, and you don't really foresee. Well, I don't foresee a clean sheet for West Ham in that one. I think Liverpool get a goal. Sandfield as well. So
yeah. Plus, West Ham defense are lacking a lot of players. I feel kind of bad for them because I think they're gonna have a really bad game against Liverpool in that one.
Yeah,
I think that'd be a high scoring one, just because of there's no real.
Yeah, they've got injuries, haven't they, in defence?
Yeah, they got Zuma's out in illness. He's got a 50% chance of playing. You got Dawson, who's got a dead leg, 50% chance. Who else? You got Cornet. He's got a calf injury, but he's not a defender. But yeah, there's a lot of problems to say for West Ham in defence.
Yeah, fair. I agree. Jake AFC says, yes, Husk, cold haircut, my bro. Thank you. Yeah, shout out to my barber. But yeah, thank you. Ara, what is your advice for my wildcard team? Guaita, Gurhi, Trippier, Trent, Estepinian, Trossard, Zaha, Bailey, Salah, Wilson, Mitrovic, Ward, Saliba, Martinelli, Haaland, 1.7 in the bank. Well, I mean, the wildcard team looks quite good. It's just I would want maybe another route to bringing in a Saka. So have a spot for Arsenal. You'd want an Arsenal player next week. You know, you want Martinelli. You might want Saka or Jesus. You've got the spot for Trossard to Foden, which looks quite good. But definitely triple City, triple Arsenal should be in your sights after game week 12, after this game week. So from 13 onwards, you'd want to bring Foden in. You'd want to bring you'd want Cancelo in there. I think I don't see you've not included Cancelo in there. So maybe that leaves you with a spot of, I don't know, another defender from Man City that you want, like Diaz maybe, because Man City do have really good fixtures, and I do believe you should have triple Man City after this game week.
Is that a game week 12 wild card or a game week 13 one?
I think game week 12 wild card. He's going to wild card this week, I think, and then he's going to do Trossard to Foden in 13.
Just out of curiosity, Ara, have you considered wildcarding after game week 12 blank so that you can possibly bring in triple Arsenal and triple City, as you'll probably benefit more from wildcarding after the blank because it will save you transferring in Foden, for example, in Game Week 13. You could potentially have him already set up in your wildcard if you chose to do it in 13 instead of 12, because
Yeah.
that just saves you a transfer from Trossard to Foden. But I do understand why you're doing it as well, because you've got Trossard in your team, which has a great fixture and is expected to do well, as an example, plus Salah as well, another player that could potentially do well against West Ham. So I do kind of understand where you're going with that wild card in Game Week 12.
Yep. He's also not sure about Wilson or Solanke. I think they should be fine. Well, Solanke could be fine for this week. I think he's got a decent fixture, hasn't he?
Yeah, interesting news about that actually, because Sky Sports tweeted out earlier on that Isaac is being completely ruled out of the World Cup.
Oh, okay.
That. So he won't be even fit to even be in the World Cup. So he's out for the long term, which in a way is kind of good for Wilson, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. Wilson, I like Wilson anyway. It's just Newcastle's fixtures. If I bring him up, you know, Everton looks nice. Tottenham could be tough. Villa, Southampton. Yeah, I think they're good fixtures for Wilson. I don't hate the move if you are planning on going there. Estupiñán or Dunk, I'd probably go Dunk. Just feel like he's going to play every game. You just know he's going to play. No risk of rotation. Brian, welcome to the channel. How you doing? Fads, Doherty to Robbo. Nah, I don't think I'd do it. I'd just take the risk on Doherty and maybe look to bring both in and maybe take another defender out instead of Doherty, because if you bought Doherty in for that 1 week, I think you've got to give him a bit more time to prove himself. Because I'm assuming you've had him for 1 week and got you a clean sheet. Do you want to take him out? He looks like he will play in that Man United fixture. I've got Doherty myself in my team, and I plan to keep him, if I'm honest. George, you want to take this question?
Yep. From Brian, do you think Perisic's Solanke rotation outscores Wilson by 4+ points until the World Cup? If I go for Wilson, I need to sell Perisic for a hit in the future to accommodate Foden and Saka. That's a very congested question.
Yeah. Well, let's break it down. Perisic and Solanke rotation outscores Wilson. I mean, it could do. If I go for Wilson, I need to sell Perisic for a hit in the future to accommodate Foden and Saka. I mean, I wouldn't take the hit. I think you just keep Perisic and Solanke, if I'm honest. I don't know if you need to go to Wilson, because Wilson's fixtures, yeah, he's got a good fixture this week, but then next week he's got Tottenham away, which could be tough, and maybe reassess in 14 and 15. And then see if you could bring a Newcastle player in. Then I think you probably just leave it and play Perisic and play Solanke, who's got a good fixture as well.
Yep.
Quaita, Gurhi, Trippier, Doherty, probably to Robbo, one short of Trent, Barnes, Salah. Yeah, we have got the same mids. Do you prefer Darwin, Jordan, or Firmino?
I probably prefer Darwin, just because, again, earlier on, Sky Sports tweeted out Diego Jota has been ruled out of the World Cup too due to injuries. So that kind of makes Darwin nailed, I'll say, to start each game. And coming on that last game they had against Man City, he looked pretty good in that. So yeah, I'll probably pick Darwin over Firmino, just because he just looked better on the ball.
Yeah, and obviously we know Liverpool, Jota's injured and Diaz is still injured till the World Cup. So Darwin will get minutes, and that Nottingham Forest fixture in game week 13 could potentially be a nice one to have Darwin for as a bit of a differential. As you guys know, I have considered bringing in Darwin into my own team, but I have other things I think have higher priority of other things, other transfers. But I do like Darwin for game week 13 next week onwards. Showing, hi guys, I'm fielding a decent 11 with 2 free transfers, but I'll be stuck with James. Should I take a hit to bring in Trent for James? I don't know if I'd take a hit, but if you could do it for free, I'd be tempted for a free. I don't know for a hit because I can do James to Trent, for free. Trent is a bit of a risk. I still think he's in the sense that will he play this week? He should play, but I actually think he will play. That's why I want to bring him into my team. But I don't know if I'd do it for a hit. I don't know if I'd do that. I'd wait. Personally,
It's a good position. Good position to be in, though.
Yeah, for sure. I missed this question. I will struggle to sell Perisic because the hit is before Gameweek 14, Bournemouth. Yeah, I'd probably keep Perisic if I had him. I think a lot of people have other areas of their team that needs work. So taking players out that have a game is maybe not the best solution this week. Should I take a -4 hit for Maddison to Trossard, even if I already have 11 playing? Well, if Trossard is a better option than the one that you'll be benching, then it could be worth it. But I don't know if I'll be taking a -4, honestly. I don't know.
No, I probably wouldn't, because you have a playing 11, which depends on what player you're. Well, obviously you're taking Maddison to Trossard, but if you have a playing 11 or anyway, I'd probably just roll with that because you're in a good position. Not many people will have a playing 11 going into Game Week 12. So it's just better off benefiting from how many points this game week will give and not taking a -4, because this could end up being a low scoring game week or high scoring game week. It's a bit of a mixed bunch.
Also, that -4 will turn into a -8 potentially next week when you want to take Trossard back out when he has Man City. So assuming you're going to keep Trossard for the long term, I mean, the only way I'd potentially say you should do it is if you captain Trossard over Salah, for example. I wouldn't be taking a -4 for him. Trent has a long-term move to get rid of James. Yeah, I think it could work. I am actually contemplating bringing Trent in this week. So I have 30 minutes or 40 minutes before the deadline to decide. So maybe Trent does come in for me, guys. You'll have to wait and see if I do bring him in. Aniket Sen, who to bring in for Maddison? Well, Jordan could answer that.
Yeah, I have two suggestions. You can either have Trossard, a cheaper midfield option, or if you can branch to it, you could get Salah, because they both have two great fixtures. And yeah, I'd probably say those two I suggest, depending on how much money you have spare to get rid of Maddison. If you can push to Salah, that would be even better. But if not, Trossard is a good 1 week punt because he's got Nottingham Forest.
Yep, I know some people have considered Son as well. With a fixture against Manchester United, maybe if you don't have enough money to get to Salah, but you want a premium. Is Son cheaper, isn't he, than Salah? Or is he more expensive than Salah? I think he is.
He's cheaper. I think. He's like 11.7 mil, I think.
Adam, welcome. He says, "Hey guys, how can I convince you to bring Trossard in? I think he's the outstanding captain pick this game week. Of course, it could be another Brighton that goes off, but he's straight in as captain for me." Yeah, fair enough. I have considered Trossard. I won't be captaining him if I do bring him in. I'm still 100%, I think, on Salah, but I'm not against bringing Trossard in for Maddison. Definitely, I might do it still. It just I want a bit of flexibility for next week because I know I want Saka and Foden, etc. Have you considered captaining Firmino, Jordan? What are your thoughts on this? From question from Prashan.
No, I don't think I'll be captaining Firmino just because I have Salah already. So if I know that people.
Well, if you've not got Salah, let's assume you don't have Salah. Yeah, would you go Firmino?
Probably not still, because I'd probably prefer to captain Trossard over Firmino. I just think in that game, I think more of it's going to contribute to Salah rather than Firmino in that game. I could be totally wrong, but it's just that feeling that I think Salah's going to be the main man in that game against West Ham rather than Firmino, who has scored a lot of goals in the well, obviously the absence of Liverpool's good performance. But I think now that Liverpool's performance is steadily climbing back up to what it is, I kind of think Salah would be the option if you do have him in your team. But if you don't have Salah, then I'll still be put off captaining Firmino and probably go Trossard instead, just because I feel like it's a more like definite return.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the Firmino captain if you want to be different. If you don't have Salah, I still think Firmino could be a decent shout, but obviously you got on, it is a bit of a risky move. But he should play. We know Liverpool have injuries, so he looks like he will start. Drew, welcome to the stream. Trossard for Maddison or Salah and Solanke for Kane and Maddison. So what would you do, Jordan? Would you do Trossard to Maddison straight, free transfer, or Salah and Solanke in for and Kane and Maddison out for -4? I think it depends on captain as well, though.
Yeah, because if you choose Salah and Solanke, you kind of have to go for captain of Salah because you want the -4 to pay off. So in the same situation, Trossard and Maddison, I'll probably go Salah and Solanke if I had to choose.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say on this is I would probably go Salah Solanke if I was captaining Salah. The -4 could be worth it if you want to captain Salah. If you don't want to captain Salah, I'd go Trossard for Maddison. Simple.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, if you have just joined the stream, please, as always, do drop a like on the video if you can, and also subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, let's. So yeah, what should I actually do? Because we'll speak back on my team. Do I bring Trent in? Because it looks like he's the one I'm thinking could be a bit of a differential for me if I do bring him in.
What does your gut tell you?
My gut is saying to bring Trent in because let me show you why. So if I take Trippier out, where is he? Alexander-Arnold. I just like the Liverpool fixtures still, and I still think Trent is gonna get something. I know he hasn't been amazing this season, and he's not really. I think he's only had 1 assist this season, which might come as a surprise. Yeah. So West Ham, if he starts, we expect Liverpool to play quite well in that one. Maybe get a clean sheet, but as always, I am looking at that Nottingham Forest fixture potentially for attacking returns for Liverpool, where they can actually put quite a few past Nottingham Forest. Leeds as well could be good for Trent, and I know a lot of people don't have Trent. That's what appeals to me a bit, as a bit of having a Liverpool double up again, which hasn't paid off. I know he hasn't paid off so far this season, but whether we go back on it and back Liverpool to turn it around is another question. Yeah, Sherwin says, remember I brought Trent in for this run on your wildcard. Yeah, this is where I was. I took Trent out because of Klopp's comments. So before the Man City game, Klopp came out and said Trent's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks, which means he would have missed West Ham, he would have missed Nottingham, and he'll probably be back for Leeds. So he would have missed 3 game weeks. So in my scenario, with the information I had, Trent was an easy sell. But now it looks like he recovered very quickly, or I don't know if Klopp was telling the 100% truth regarding that. But now Trent's fit. I wanted him on my wild card, so I don't see what's changed. So if I knew he's fit, I wouldn't have took him out. I would have took out. I should have just done James out, but I took Trent out, obviously, because I got the info that he was going to be out for a while. But it's a bit unlucky, obviously, if we didn't really know regarding him. So I definitely would have kept Trent. But that's why it is appealing to me to bring him back in. Anyway, what do you think of this one, Jordan? What do you think of triple Brighton with Dunk and Veltman at the back?
I think if you think that Brighton will keep a clean sheet against Nottingham Forest, then I'd probably keep Dunk and Veltman in at the back. But if you think Nottingham Forest are going to score against Brighton, then I'd probably take out one of them for, as you said, Van Dijk. If you just want just not to take the risk on the Brighton clean sheet wipe, as that would mean 2 players out for that potential clean sheet. But it all depends how you feel. Do you feel confident that Brighton will keep a clean sheet against a struggling Nottingham Forest, which not just struggle for wins, but struggle for goals, struggle for a good performance? So personally, for me, I'd probably keep double Brighton because I'll be proper confident that they keep a clean sheet against Nottingham Forest.
Also, I was going to quickly add, Brighton have a 49% chance of a clean sheet, according to the stats this game week. So they have the best chance of a clean sheet, Brighton, 49%. Newcastle have a 41% chance. Chelsea have a 40% chance. And Liverpool apparently have a 39% chance of a clean sheet. So Brighton are by far the best team predicted to keep a clean sheet. So it could pay off. Liverpool only have a 39% chance of keeping a clean sheet against West Ham, according to these stats that I'm viewing right now. So, yeah, it could pay off. But, you know, when you go triple up and they get an early goal, it could ruin your game week as well. I'm risking it all for this free hit, so don't worry, I'd put anyone in. Sessegnon had a 70% chance of starting, according to a predicted lineup tool. It says Perisic will play advanced. Not sure how accurate it is, but also said Doherty starts. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem when you do own Perisic. I guess you never know, and that's why I wasn't keen on holding him long term, because the benching's only a week away, really. So that's the reason why Perisic, I think he's one of those players that I'd rather not have, just because of this question, because you don't know really, and I'd rather not have the headache of will he start, won't he start, etc. So yeah, you could take him out. It's just I would take the risk of keeping him in case he does play, because I'm assuming you have other areas. Perisic owners have other areas like Maddison, James, maybe, where they have to attend to.
Yeah, I mean, even if he doesn't start, Conte will bring him on, so you at least get 1 point out of him, even if he doesn't start in the game. So I'll say, even if you take the risk, it's still kind of pay off, because he might get an assist. You never know, however long he gets on the pitch, and yeah, he could turn it around. He's a great player to do it.
Yep, I agree. I've got BHR says, "What's up? Welcome, mate. Welcome to the channel." So yeah, did I miss any of the questions? Nah, I think I've covered most of them. But yeah, I mean, your team's pretty much sorted, aren't you? You've got the captain armband on Salah as well.
And yeah, I'm quite chilled that I don't have to make any like last minute transfers, like I normally have to with the
-4. Any coming, or you're not tempted?
Nah, definitely not this week. -4. I'll just let it go this game week, because I imagine it won't be a bad one, just because not many people will have a starting 11, and plus people are in similar conditions to everyone else in terms of that. So a -4 would be, I'll say, not the right move to make this week, for my team anyway, just because I would have to remove a defender, and I'd have to guarantee that defender gets a clean sheet or a return to make the -4 worth it.
Yeah, fair enough. That's fine. Yeah, so that is your team. What are you thinking for this game week anyway? Do you think it's going to be quite a low scoring one? Because the blank game week.
I think it'll be quite high, because I do see a lot of points from obviously Salah. I see a lot of points from Trossard, even Zaha, because he's got Wolves. Potentially Trippier too, because he's got Everton, so he can get maybe an assist in that game. Mitrovic also, he's got Aston Villa at home, so he's back to full fitness as well, so that's looking good. So I potentially see a lot of returns from, I'll say, half my team, about, I'll say 5, just under half of my team, about 5 players returning well. I don't think Tony will get much from that Chelsea game. That's pretty tough for Brentford. Andreas, probably standard 2-pointer from him. Anderson, probably a standard clean sheet. Nico Williams, standard 2-pointer or 1-pointer. Hopefully not a -1 or -2 from him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the players I think will lack performance. Nico Williams and Anderson, Andreas and Tony. I think they'll be my low scoring players, I think, in my team.
Okay.
So it'll be
it'll be interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what does happen. Obviously, we'll be back again. For those that don't know, we're actually doing a. Are we streaming tomorrow? Aren't we? For the knee jerk.
Oh yes, we are.
Yeah.
And
So we're back tomorrow. It's going to be a late one, guys. So we are back tomorrow to stream at, let me see, at 10:15 tomorrow for the knee jerk reaction. So we'll probably stream at till 11 o'clock. So late one, and we're streaming again on Friday, I believe, as well. And now we are double stream that day, I think, as well. But do tune in on Twitter if you haven't already, and we will talk about. We'll probably tweet out when we go live, etc. But yeah, a lot of football, a lot of streams. Adam says Guaita, Sessegnon, Cucurella, Justin, Bailey, Pereira, Salah, Zaha, Trossard, captain, Tony, Mitrovic. Bench, Simicast, Haaland, Cancelo, -4 taken. Do you think I could do well this week? Lots of free hits. Yeah, I don't think you need to free hit, as I've mentioned many a time. I don't think people should be free hitting unless you've got like 4 or 5 players playing. Guaita looks good. I think got a good fixture. Cucurella, Sessegnon, Justin. I mean, he looks okay. Trossard captain's interesting. Obviously, we've gone Salah. Yeah, not bad. I don't. It could be decent. I don't know how high scoring you'll be. I mean, it should be fine. You've got Salah in there. You've got Trossard. Zaha's got a decent fixture. Yeah, could be okay. What do you reckon, Jordan?
Yeah, I like the Trossard captain pick. I think Trossard is the second favoured captain choice. I think Salah's the first. So it's quite nice to go different, because I think Trossard is a bit low owned than Salah is. He's had a lot of transfers in Salah, which is quite a surprise. But yeah, I do like the team. There's a few differentials in that team as well. Cucurella, Justin, Bailey, and Sessegnon. So you will climb the ranks a lot if those differentials do well in your team.
Yeah, I want to know everyone's thoughts on bringing Trent in, for example, because that's the one I'm looking at. I want to really bring Trent in. Let us know what you guys think. Should I bring Trent in, or I'm worried he doesn't start? But then Milner played right back against Man City, and he was brilliant. But Milner is now 37 years old. He's not going to play every. It's another quick turnaround. When Liverpool play tomorrow, don't they? So 3-day turnaround. I don't see Milner starting. Honestly, I'll be surprised if Milner starts again, just because how quick the game is. That's why I think Trent will play. So I want to bring Trent in, honestly.
I mean, if your gut says it, then I'd probably go with the gut.
And as Sherwin rightly pointed out earlier, Trent was on my wild card. So what's changed? What's changed for me, really? I wanted Trent for this run up. I took him out only because he was injured. I did plan to hold him all this till 16. Nothing's changed for me regarding Trent, even though he's been, his performances haven't been that great. Liverpool haven't been great defensively. I still wanted him for those games. So I think I'm going to bring him back in,
That'll be a good move.
I mean, Trippier doesn't worry me, though, against Everton. That does worry me.
Yeah, his ownership is scary. I will say that.
If Trippier gets a clean sheet, I do have Fabian Sharp, but obviously the bonus points and obviously assists. Trippier, if he gets an assist, then that's going to do big damage to my rank potentially. But can Trent outscore him in the next couple of games? I think he can. West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Leeds. Trippier has Everton, Tottenham, Villa. Okay, Tottenham looks quite tough. Villa's a nice fixture. I mean, Southampton's also a nice fixture. I could bring Trippier back in later, I guess, but I know I'll have to do other transfers in my midfield. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to bring Trent in, I think. I'm in that position where I've got to take that risk, I feel like. So I'm going to take Trent in. So I've got one free. Hold on. Trossard. Let's do one for now. Trossard's the other one I was looking at doing. But let's say one free transfer. So make transfer. So here you go. Live transfers for you guys. Trent is coming in for James, obviously I have 2 free transfers, so I'll confirm that. There you go, guys. Trent is now in my team. So I'm playing a back 4 of Shah, Doherty, Gurhey, and Trent against West Ham at home. White is also in goal. Then I've got a midfield 5. Obviously midfield 4, I should say, because of Maddison. Now, Jordan, obviously last night I did tell you, we were speaking privately, that I actually am tempted to bring Trossard in just because it will give me 11 playing players. And would you do it in my position? Like, you see my team. Would you do Maddison for a free to Trossard, knowing that I'd want Trossard out anyway next week? Would you do it?
Yeah, I'd probably still do it anyway, just because even... Yeah, I'd still do it because there's no point keeping Trossard. I know it's a waste of a transfer doing it on the same player when you just bought one in. But in the long-term run, it is going to benefit more when you take out Trossard, because obviously he has Man City after this game week and then Chelsea. So there's no point keeping Trossard in the long-term run just for that two bad fixtures. Whereas if you bring in like a Arsenal midfielder like Saka or Martinelli, I think Arsenal got Southampton after game week 12. You see more upside. So you can see more upside to bringing in, let's say, an Arsenal Man City player after game week 12. So yeah, I'd probably still do it in your position, even though it might be different opinion from other people.
Fair enough. Adam also says he's gutted he took Trent out last week. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm annoyed Klopp. Klopp made it out like he was out for a while, but which isn't the case. But he comes on very late. I'd want to see him start before I brought him back in. Yeah, that's fair, but I've done it now. I can't undo it now. That's actually worried me now again. Maybe I should have waited. But now, I think I want Trent long term, so I'm going to do it. Son, Salah, what's your take? Yeah, why not? If you're going to captain him.
I mean, Son hasn't done really much since that hat-trick he got when he came on in the Leicester game. I'm still not convinced about Son, so yeah, Salah is a better pick.
Yeah, does the Trent transfer affect your future moves? Not necessarily. I can still bring in Saka, Foden next week. I could do Barnes down to Martinelli. I could do Maddison or Trossard if I bring him in to Saka. And then I can do Zaha to Foden. I'll have money in the bank still to do it. So it doesn't really affect it because, as you guys can see, I have a dead spot on my bench. Because I have Greenwood, who's a non-playing cheap striker, 4.3 million, he gives me money to bulk up my midfield. So it wouldn't really affect it in terms of money anyway. Trent could get a 20-pointer after his early injury comeback. That's what usually happens. I mean, Trent, one thing about Trent that gives me confidence that he will start is he doesn't really miss games if he is fit. The only time he misses games is injured. Klopp loves him. He seems that way, and he plays whenever he's fit. So that's what anyway, as a Liverpool fan, that's what I believe he will start, but we'll see. Tomorrow, not deadline stream, knee-jerk live reaction stream, 10:15. So we'll see what happens. Andreas and Kane out for Salah and Solanke in for a -4. I like that. If you captain Salah, yeah. What do you reckon, Jordan?
Yeah, I think this is similar to someone else that mentioned in the chat about -4 for bringing in Salah and Solanke. I think it's a good move as long as you captain Salah. I think it's worth it, the -4, because obviously you want to make up the points you have lost on taking to bring in Solanke and Salah. So yeah, definitely, I like the move there.
Yeah. Also, we've got Adam who says you'll regret if Trossard scores a couple. Is -4 that much of a risk compared with the bench fodder and the fact most will bring City arse next week anyway. Yeah, I hear that. He said it should be a given. Yeah, I am leaning towards it now. You know, a lot of people convincing me. Plus, last night, I actually messaged you saying I think I'm going to get Trossard in just because I feel like me having 11 playing players, which I don't really have any fodder really, apart from Andreas, who's not really fodder. Like, he's pretty good 4.5. So I could just do it. Let's try anyway. How would it look? Let me bring him in. Transfers. So I've got 1.7 million in the bank. I'll take Maddison out and that will give me 9 million. I could do sorry. Trossard comes in, and that still leaves me with 2.8 million in the bank. So that means I have way enough money in the bank to do Foden, to Saka, and we'll get all these guys in next week. But it'll have to probably be for a hit. I'm taking a -4 next week, pretty certain. If I get Trossard in, that books me in a -4 next week. That's the only thing. So that's the only reason I haven't considered it as much. But I think I'm going to do it. Trossard. I'm going to make it.
We got 15 minutes before the deadline ends. So
yeah, I'm going to make the move. You know what, guys? Adam as well, Jordan, all of you guys, you've convinced me. I've joined the Trossard gang. I'm going to confirm it. Plus, he plays tonight, so it gives me something to do. Watch the game. Hopefully, Trossard gets a goal. Confirm. There you go, guys. Trossard has come into my team. Let me just save my team saved. Salah's captain. I have 11 playing players. There you go, guys. 2 free transfers as well. No hits taken, which feels quite good because I feel like a lot of people have took hits this week. So I'm hoping that should get me a green arrow, but we'll wait and see. What do you guys think of my team anyway? What do you think lining up? My worry is Trippier. I don't have Trippier, so if he gets an assist, it will annoy me.
Yeah, I think that's the only worry in your team. If Trippier does well, apart from that, it should be fine.
I mean, if Trippier gets a clean sheet, I'm not too worried in that sense, because I've got Shaw to get the clean sheet points as well, so they'll both get it. But it's the bonus that could do me. But Trent, I'm hoping, can get something in that game and long-term hold for me. I think till the World Cup for me, Trent. So I have this feeling of Welbeck, the pipe this week. He could do Welbeck. He could definitely, if you want to go different. Why not?
Yeah.
Trossard gang, welcome us, another member to the cult. Yeah, I'm in. You've persuaded me to get. You've persuaded me to get Trossard. I mean, I was thinking about it last night. To be fair, he don't get me wrong. He's definitely the standout player. It's just I know I'd only want him for 1 week. That's the only worry. Like if he had good fixtures after this game week, yeah, definitely bring it in. But I only thought about maybe not going there just because he's got City next.
Yeah, I think if Maddison wasn't injured, I think a lot of people wasn't going to go towards Trossard, as most of us have.
Yeah.
Just because of that suspension that Maddison got, it was the easiest move to make. Just because Trossard has not on the Forest game, and it was an excuse to bring him in then once Maddison got that suspension.
Yeah, also another player, obviously we haven't really spoke about, another player that I'm actually excited about this week that no one's talking about. I don't think no one even has him in their team, really, is Barnes. Like, I've got Harvey Barnes in my team. His ownership is only 2.2%. Without Maddison playing, I'm hoping and maybe praying as well that Barnes can take that Maddison role and give me something in that one. Because if he can have a good game week, Maddison, against Leeds at home as well, we know there's probably going to be goals in that one. He's one I'm hoping that can help me climb the ranks this week. But without Maddison, it could be tough. We'll see.
Just to answer Sherwin's comment about what's Salah's ownership, it's now 37.7% as of now. So he has had an enormous amount of transfer-ins this week, just from what Liverpool did last game against Man City. He's almost had 700,000 transfer-ins this week, Salah, which is
how many has he had?
Almost 700,000.
Oh wow! Back on the Salah train, I guess, everyone.
Yeah, just after that one goal. After that one goal against Man City, everyone is bringing Salah back in. But I also think it's because of the fixtures too, and obviously the West Ham one.
Yeah,
and it just gives people a premium captain to go for as well, because obviously Haaland is not playing.
Alex says Oba, Mitro, Trippier, Trossard, or Trent captain. If you've not got Salah, then I'd probably go Trossard. Yeah, probably Trossard.
Trossard.
Adam says amazing team long term. I expect a green arrow with that team, a decent one. Yeah, hopefully. But we'll see tomorrow. Well, today as well, obviously Trossard plays today, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
David says it, you don't really want Trossard, you just love a live transfer. That could also be true. That could be true as well. But no, I mean, I think Trossard, he does have a really good fixture. It's just, I know I only wanted him for 1 week, and that was my worry. That next week he's going straight back out for Saka, I think it is. I'm taking him out for. I'm still unsure about Trossard in, Bailey out for a hit. Seems unnecessary. It depends how many playing players you have. It could be worth it because obviously Bailey, Villa aren't climbing up any trees at this moment in time. But I think it depends with the rest of your squad. If you're happy with the rest and how many players you actually have. If you have 10 playing players and you don't have Trossard, what would you reckon for this in his predicament, Jordan, if you're in Brian's shoes?
I probably agree it is slightly unnecessary. Let's say, for example, I have Nico Williams in my team, and he's basically Bailey, but not as bad. Well, he is as bad because he doesn't play every game now, as it seems. But I'm forced to play him just because I only had one free transfer this week. So in your position, taking out Bailey for Trossard for a hit, it might seem possibly unnecessary. Unless you're captaining Trossard, I wouldn't really consider doing it unless you're going to captain Trossard, because it's only worth it because that -4, to make that -4 obviously worth it, you would need to captain Trossard, I think, in my opinion. But depending on how many you do have in your team, obviously, like Huss mentioned, it depends whether it's necessary or unnecessary if you have a starting 10 at least this game week.
Yeah, it could be. I think it could be okay. I just don't rate Bailey and Villa at this moment in time. So I would. Well, I mean, I bought Trossard in now, so I definitely can see why you'd want to go there. Yeah, he does a really good fixture. I think it does depend whether you think you can get by with the rest of your team, assuming you have other good players like Salah, etc. And maybe you have a double Brighton defense as well. Trossard 1 week punt or Sinistera medium term. I'll probably go Trossard still. Is it okay to start Haaland, Cancelo, etc.? The bench players will get subbed in, right? Yeah. Obviously, if you want to do that, you could just play Haaland and he'll just get benched. Then they'll just go off anyway. So, yeah, you could do that. Annika, is it worth taking a -4 to get Maddison to Mount and Martial to Wilson? But that will get 10 players, or any other suggestions for the transfers? Maddison to Mount's interesting. I mean, I've just done Maddison to Trossard, so that you could do Trossard in because he's the talk of the town at the moment. Trossard is actually trending on Twitter. I checked earlier, so everyone's talking about Trossard. Martial to Wilson, I do like. I'm not sure. Is Martial even fit? You never know with this guy. Is he available?
Yeah, that's the thing, because he might be available, but Ten Hag might not play him. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I would probably do the Martial one. I just don't trust him to actually play. You've got Ronaldo, who looks like he might play. Rashford sometimes play down the middle, and he's in and out every game.
Because he's flagged red with a back injury with an unknown return date. So
yeah, take him out. Pretty much.
I don't think that looks good.
Pope or Guaita, who's guaranteed a clean sheet? Pope, I think. Yeah. Pope has Everton.
Both.
Well, if you had to pick, I mean, I gave you the clean sheet odds earlier.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find that again. Who had better clean sheet odds? It was
say Guaita.
Well, let me bring up the stats again. Where are they? So Newcastle have a 41% chance of a clean sheet. So statistically, if you like your stats, then you go Pope. I've got Guaita, and I'd probably go Pope if I'm honest. The good thing about Trossard is he can explode against even good teams. So fires maybe emerge before next week. He might pay off unexpectedly, but also this week his fixture is as good as any. Yeah, true. We always worry about fixtures, but we've seen before. There's no reason why Trossard can't somehow get a goal against Man City. Miko, Captain Salah, Firmino, Salah for both of us.
Yeah, if you got Salah captain him this week, I think.
I'm not sure if Bailey plays, but Trossard needs at least 5 points because Bailey will come on. I think I'll do it. I'll tell you after deadline. Yeah, if you feel like you want to do it, don't not trying to bait you into doing the transfer. But if you have any FOMO, the Trossard FOMO, I think Trossard FOMO is real this game week. I maybe got into the Trossard FOMO myself.
I mean, we'll find out what happens tomorrow evening whether Trossard gets a result from that game, which might be a shock.
Yep, Castagni or Robbo. Castagni's, I just don't rate Leicester's defense, so I've got to go Robbo.
I mean, I did like Castagni in that game against Crystal Palace. He did have a couple shots, a couple crosses in that game too. He played very high, so a slight temptation for Castagni. I do out of the defenders. I think Leicester, Castagni is probably the one I'd probably go for if I was to choose. But between him and Robbo, I'll probably pick Robertson though still. But I do like Castagni.
Yeah, I've just bought in a Liverpool defender, so I'd go Robbo over Castagni. 0.1 off Trent. Oof.
Ooh.
Which defender should I get in? Got Webster and Trippier and 6.6 million in the bank, so can't get Robbo Trent. If you want to go cheap, Anderson, Gurhey at Palace, we've both got them. I mean, assuming if you want a Liverpool defender, you could go to Van Dijk. See, maybe not as much attacking potential with Van Dijk, but you get the clean sheet points there, and maybe a set piece goal because obviously Van Dijk can get some goals from corners and set pieces.
Yep.
Or do you have any other defenders actually? Would you recommend?
I was just going to agree that Crystal Palace defender is probably the best choice because their long-term fixtures as well is nice.
Oh yeah, damn! I just forgot. Deadline's going very quickly today. 3 more minutes. David also says Kepa's a gift at 4.4. I agree with this one. Kepa could be a good shout now. Powell says Solanke and Soufal or 4.3 million attacker and Saliba. Well, Saliba doesn't have a fixture this week, so you don't want to bring Saliba in.
No, he
was on wait.
Ignore.
He was an ignore. Yeah. He doesn't have a fixture this week, so bring him in next week. I think he could be good. Chances of Trent Robbo rotation with Tsimikas. I think Tsimikas, now that Robertson's back, is very low, and I don't see Tsimikas playing right back at all. So Tsimikas will probably play for Robbo, but I think Robbo was very good against Man City, and I think he's back and he's going to play every game. You might get the odd rotation near Champions League, but no, I'm not. I wouldn't be too worried about Tsimikas. I'll be more worried about Joe Gomez playing right back than Tsimikas. What's your thoughts on Trossard EO this week? Any prediction? It's going to be high, isn't it?
100%
probably.
Probably second highest to Salah. Maybe Salah has the highest EO this week, and then Trossard second to that.
Got a comment from Relax Your Mind. Nice name. Best defender to bring in short and long term. I've got Dunk, Trippier, Mings, and Cancelo. Trent, maybe, if you guys want to get Trent. I know this might not be popular, but I've done it myself, so I've got to recommend what I do.
Long term, Gurhey, Anderson.
Yeah, as well, actually, we've mentioned those. Trossard swivels past Steve Cook and arrows in a beauty. My word, that's his hat trick. Yeah, if that happens, that will be mad. Jordan, Kane or Trossard captain?
Kane.
Really? Kane out against United?
I mean, if I had Kane and Trossard, I'll probably captain Kane still, because we also happened when we didn't captain Haaland and we captained Salah instead. I still think that.
No, I was just saying, Kane still has a very good record. Like, he's scoring goals. Yeah. He's ticking along.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of returns. Pretty much every game, like Mitrovic is. So I'll probably captain Kane against Man United, because you never know with Man United. We learned that mistake when we captained Salah instead of Haaland, where he got that hat trick against Man United. So
yeah,
that's lesson learned from there, and I'll take that into consideration. So I'll probably say Kane in that respect, just because of what happened.
The game is updating now, so I was going to bring up the fixtures, but I can't. I usually have because we've got to do the score predictions, haven't we? Deadline is actually now over, 6 o'clock, bang on. So hopefully everyone has locked their transfers in. Drop us in the comments, actually, guys, who you chose to captain. Have you gone Salah? Have you gone for Kane? Have you gone Trossard? Or is there anyone else that you've gone for? Do let us know who you've gone for, because I think this week is going to be quite interesting, because I don't know if everyone's got Salah. I mean, what is Salah's ownership right now? I mean, it's not updated the game, has it? But
it was 37 something.
38.5 right now.
Oh wow,
that's going to be a lot higher though.
Yeah, that has risen a lot from such a low ownership.
Yeah,
it's insane.
But yeah, Jordan, we've got to do score predictions before we go. If you guys have enjoyed the stream, please drop a like on the video, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're very close to 600 subscribers, so each and every one of you, please do sub and like the stream. He's benched Kane for Shaw. I wouldn't do that. You got to play Kane, surely. I know Man United ain't that great.
Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it works out. I mean, yeah, people have gone different. I mean, I wouldn't bench Kane. I wouldn't be surprised if Kane got a penalty and scored.
I mean, someone did bench Haaland the other game weekend. It did work out.
Yeah.
So yeah, you never know with football. So fair enough.
All right. I'm gonna bring up the fixtures, the Premier League fixtures, and then we're gonna do score predictions. So hold on. Where are the fixtures? Okay, I'm gonna bring a different. Hold on. How do I share my screen? All right. Bear with me for a sec. I'm going to pop up the fixtures for game week 12. Hopefully you guys can see that. Game week 12. There you go. All right. So Brighton and Nottingham Forest are the first game. So they play literally in an hour and a half. So let's do predictions. What are you going for that game, Jordan? Brighton v Forest. What do you see happening?
I could probably see Brighton scoring 4 goals against
4 goals.
Yeah, I do see a lot of goals coming from Brighton in that game, and none from Nottingham Forest. So I'm saying 4-0.
4-0. Oh, that's a mad scoreline. I'll go 3-1. I think. Well, I'm hoping Trossard can get something in that game, but I do see Brighton winning quite comfortably. So I'll go 3-1. Also, the other fixture on tonight is Palace and Wolves. I do have Zaha in that game. I've got Gurhi. I've got Guaita. Damn, I've got triple Palace. So yeah, triple Palace for me against Wolves at home. What are you thinking?
I think in that game that could potentially be 2-1 Crystal Palace.
You're going 2-1 Palace?
Yeah, I think Wolves will score 1 against them, but I'm hoping not. But I'm going to predict 2-1 Crystal Palace.
Fair enough. I'm going 2-0 Palace. I think Palace will win at home. I think they'll keep a clean sheet as well, and Guaita hopefully can get me another clean sheet this week. Obviously, Arsenal Man City is the postponed game this week, so no fixture for them. And then tomorrow we have another few games as well. I think about another 5 games tomorrow. So Bournemouth, Southampton, Jordan. I don't own any players, but Solanke, do you see him getting a goal again, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I see Billings, Solanke getting returns in that game. I'm not going to put down Bournemouth, even though they're not been a great team this season. And that fixture is pretty good for struggling Southampton still. So I think score prediction, I'll probably say probably again 2-1 Bournemouth.
Yeah, fair enough. 2-1 Bournemouth. I'll go 1-1 Southampton Bournemouth. I think it'll be a draw. Just quickly moving on to Liverpool and West Ham. Liverpool host West Ham at Anfield. I've got Trent. Salah is my captain. What do you think's happening for that one, Jordan?
I think 3-0 Liverpool and Salah gets a hat-trick.
You're very you're optimistic with these predictions, but let's hope you're right. 3-0. Last time you predicted Man United to win against City, so we'll see. 3-0. I'm gonna go 2-0. I think it'll be a comfortable win for Liverpool, but I think it'll be a tight game. I think Liverpool will have to work hard for this one. I don't think Liverpool will find it easy, even though I've gone Salah. Maybe a penalty or something like that. I could foresee him getting a penalty. 2-0 actually, Liverpool. Brentford, Chelsea, Jordan. So you've got Tony, you've got Raya. Do you think they can get something from Chelsea?
Oh yeah, I do think so, but I don't think they'll win that game. So I'm possibly going 3-1 Chelsea.
3-1.
Yeah, I think Chelsea will win that game, but I think also Brentford will score.
Yeah, I actually agree with the scoreline. I was going to say 3-1 as well. I think Brentford will probably get a goal, but Chelsea look like they're improved under Potter. They're getting more goals now. Their attack seems to play a lot better now. So I can see Chelsea putting a couple goals past Brentford, maybe Mount, Sterling for those that have him. Maybe can get something in that fixture. Also, Newcastle, Everton. I don't have Trippier, which is mad to say. I've got Fabian Schär though. Newcastle, Everton, Jordan. What are we saying?
Oh, that could be a game for Newcastle. I could probably say 2-0 Newcastle.
2-0 Newcastle. Yeah. Okay, so you foresee a clean sheet there. Yeah, I'll go 2-0 Newcastle as well. I think they'll get the job done. Hopefully Trippier doesn't get a clean sheet and we move. Man United and Tottenham as well tomorrow at 8:15. So this is the last game tomorrow, and then after Man United Tottenham, we are going to go live, guys. So join us straight after Man United Tottenham at 10:15, where we go live and react to all the points we've got for Game Week 12. So, what do you see in that game as a United fan?
Yeah, I kind of don't want to go against Man United in terms of score, but I think I might have to. The score prediction, I think, for that game, possibly, I'm seeing 3-1 Tottenham.
Oh, actually, that's surprising.
3-2 Tottenham, actually.
You see a Tottenham win?
Unfortunately, yes. I do see a Tottenham win.
I'll go 1-1. I think it'll be a draw. I think 1-1 are Tottenham and Man United both to concede. But yeah, it should be a good game. Probably the best game, would you say? Yeah, probably is the best. Two top 6 teams playing against each other this week. So yeah, I think
big game.
I'll be watching that one. And then obviously on Thursday, the final games. So obviously also because we're going to go live on Wednesday, we won't be able to react to these fixtures. So we are going to talk about them on our team selection video on Friday, on our double stream day. So Fulham and Villa in poor form. We've got Mitrovic, Pereira, etc. What do you think for that one, Jordan?
I'll probably think 2-1 Fulham.
2-1 Fulham?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll back you there. I think Fulham will probably... I think Villa actually played quite well against Chelsea last game, even though I know they lost, but apparently they played quite well. I didn't watch the game, but I'll go 1-1. I think Villa might get something and save Gerrard. Is Gerrard even in the job still? I heard some rumours yesterday that he might get sacked soon, but I don't want to speculate. But yeah, I'll go 0-0 or 1-1. 1-1 for me against Fulham. And then finally, Leicester, the late kickoff as well against Leeds United at home. I've got Barnes in this game. Do you see Leicester getting the job done at home?
I think this will be a really tough game for Leicester. I mean, these do play well as a team. They're quite a good unit. I'll probably give a score prediction of 1-1 for that game. I think it'll be a draw.
Okay, fair enough. I'll go 3-2 Leicester. I think there's going to be goals in this one. I think this might be a nice game to watch as a neutral. I think there could be goals. 3-2 Leicester to win, and hopefully Barnes can do something in that one. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, those are all the score predictions out of the way, guys. We are gonna wrap the video up now. Obviously, deadline is over. Hopefully, you all locked your transfers in, and you'll hopefully get Green Arrow this week as well. So a few more comments I'm gonna read out, and then we'll end it here. Great stream, guys. Thanks for the debates and thoughts as usual. For fingers crossed for Trossard as captain. Yeah, hopefully that goes your way. Also, I've got him as well, so we need a Trossard haul. Chief says Captain Trossard. So there you go. Someone else that's Captain Trossard. So both of you hopefully you guys get the green arrow. And yeah. Thank you, Chief, for the comment. David as well. Time for Jordan's obligatory 2-1 Man United win prediction. Well, Jordan actually predicting a loss for United this time around. So
yeah,
it'll be funny if Man United win now. So
yeah, that's my thinking. That's that backwards thinking.
yeah. I went for Trossard. Seems risky, but also protection from the effective ownership, and Bailey's uninspiring. Fair enough. I transferred Castagna in last minute. Thoughts?
Like it.
I foresee goals. And he said 0-0. Like Hamid saying 0-0. I see goals in this one for Leicester. So there's no reason why Castagna can't like nick a assist or something in that one. But I do see goals. So I don't see a clean sheet.
No, I don't see a clean sheet. But Castagna played really well against Crystal Palace, which I also that's why I like him.
Yeah, we've also got Cannon Fodder. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. PL on Amazon Prime, best platform to watch the Premier League by far. Yeah, Amazon Prime, brilliant coverage of football. So you'll have to have Amazon to watch the games, isn't it? So yeah, I do like it a lot better than the normal broadcasters we have. But yeah, interesting. Anyway, guys, we are going to wrap the video up here. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that has joined the stream and for everyone who has liked the stream as well. If you haven't, guys, please do drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 600 subscribers. Do help us get there. We're streaming pretty much every day this week. So do join us again tomorrow at 10:15 UK time after the Man United Tottenham game, where we go live to react to Gameweek 12. Should be a great stream. So do check us out. If you haven't already, subscribe, all that good stuff. Ring the notification bell. And yeah, Jordan, anything else you'd like to add before we do wrap it up here?
Just thank you everyone for joining the chat and all your questions, thoughts and opinions. It's been very fun, as always, appreciated. And yeah, hope you all get green arrows this week with whatever team you have in your starting 11, 10, or whichever you've gone for. And yeah, we'll see you soon, very soon.
Yeah, guys, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow, and have a good rest of the week. Take care, guys, and peace out.
Yeah, take it, guys. See you tomorrow.